16 weeks pregnant today. Actually 4 months pregnant. I think I'm getting to that point where I'm getting kind of sick and tired of doing weeks. Everyone's like, how pregnant are you? And I'm like, almost 16. I'm just gonna start saying months, I think. Obviously not for these videos. On another note, I got cantaloupe. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So 4 videos I think I've talked about cantaloupe. Finally, we bought one and I cut it up. My husband cut it up. He figured out how to do it. And so I've been eating cantaloupe all day. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, 4 months. Let's do it. Alrighty guys, so real talk. First, my hair, I'm sorry that it looks like this, but I've had it in a bun all day and I've been relaxing on my days off and it has been wonderful. So I'm just doing the crazy bedhead right now. Yeah, anyway, okay. So really important, we think we might be having twins. We're not necessarily like hoping that we're having twins because it kind of puts like a big wrench into things. I will be happy no matter what. It'll be kind of cool, I guess, to have twins, but we're in no ways like wishfully thinking that we're having twins. We're going like strictly off of like symptoms and things that we've noticed. We've always joked around about having twins since we found out we were pregnant, because I was shocked that I had gotten a digital at 9 days past ovulation. It's just like pretty early to be getting one, a positive digital pregnancy test. And so when I had looked up like what that could mean, and it was just like all over the place, like it could mean multiples. So we were just joking around about it, and knowing that like we've had twins in my family and twins in Dan's family, I think, that like it was always a possibility, I guess. And so we thought that it was possible that we could be having twins then, and then we had gotten an ultrasound at 6 weeks, and we had asked if there was 1 or 2 babies, and they said, and the ultrasound technician had said that there was, as of right now, there was only 1. She was like, it's kind of early to she was like, you either can see twins right away or sometimes like you don't. She said that like later on at our next ultrasound we would be able to know for sure. So we haven't had another ultrasound yet, and I'm 16 weeks pregnant. We did find out the gender, but we had done that through a blood test. And I did look up, and they said that for blood tests, you can only really find out the gender of 1 baby when you have twins. So there's something weird going on there too, you know. It's still possible. Another thing that's happened is I have been getting pains on 2 entirely different parts of my body, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to call them pains, because it's not like round ligament pain, it's not even like hurting, but it's the baby. I can feel the baby, and it's a little early, but I can feel the baby. Little flutters, little weird, I don't even know what to call it. It's not like popcorn like they say, but it's a feeling that I get right where I know where the baby on the right side is, like where I've always been able to pick up the heartbeat. I get those right there, and only there. Except for completely on the other side of my belly, on the left side, far away, I get them there too. So when I was telling Dan, you know, we were listening to the heartbeat of the baby on the right side. And then, or the heartbeat on the right side, I should say. And then I had told him right then and there, like, but I've also been getting pains on this side. I mean, I've also been feeling the baby on this side. And I pulled the Doppler, the handheld Doppler, I don't want to say stick because that's such not a medical term. The stick, like the, oh man, I know the word. The probe. That's a weird word too. You know what I'm talking about, the thing, like that you use. Anyway, so that, we moved that over. I moved it over, and all of a sudden you hear bump, 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 bump. And it's not my heartbeat. I know what my heartbeat sounds like. It's like, I describe it like a half beat to a quarter beat. Like it's like bump, bump, bump. And then the baby's heartbeat is like bump, 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 bump. So yeah, it's definitely not my heartbeat. Could be maybe the umbilical cord. Could be the placenta, but although I feel like it would be weird to have the placenta all the way on the opposite side of my belly. I don't know. So I'm also measuring a week ahead according to my last doctor's appointment. I'm curious this Friday when I have another appointment whether I'm still measuring ahead. I bet you I'm measuring even farther ahead, but we'll find out. And I don't know, I just like I feel like I'm carrying twins. I feel pains on either side of my stomach. I've gotten now to feel heartbeats. I feel a heartbeat on either side of my belly. We found out really early. I haven't had another ultrasound. I just wouldn't be surprised if there's 2 babies in here, like in my belly right now. But we're not going to find out until they do a next ultrasound, pretty much. So I just wanted to update you on that because, like, I don't know. I think we're having twins. Like, I was laying here last night and I'm on my side and like, I'm like, oh, I feel little flutters. And then like not even a second later, I'm feeling, they're going back and forth almost at the same time. I can feel the flutters on either side of my belly. Like, I'm not moving. Like, it's not round ligament pain. Like, I'm not flexing or anything. I'm laying and resting and feeling these movements of the baby. Like, I don't know. Anyway, we'll find out. I'm either growing a gigantic baby, which is very possible, or it's 2 babies in there. How crazy of a story would that be? Like, you would have been able to watch all of these videos of me talking about my little single baby, and then, you know, 17 weeks video blog comes around and I'm talking about 2 babies. Oh my gosh, that would be insane. That would be crazy. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, okay. So yeah, so other update is, yes, I just mentioned this. We have our doctor's appointment this Friday, my like 16 week and 5 days update, like monthly visit. I am going to ask her to get an ultrasound. Maybe if she can do the like anatomy scan or a little bit earlier, that'd be nice, and then we can see if there's 1 baby or 2 babies in there. But I'm also gonna ask her to like measure me, which she's gonna do anyway, but I want her to like measure me like thinking it was twins, like, you know, kind of like with that in the back of her head. And then I also want her to try to listen for the other heartbeat as well. But yeah, so let's go on to symptoms. So I have, oh my gosh, holy emotions. So I apparently took every emotion that I have not had while pregnant, because I've been pretty level-headed, and apparently just jam-packed it all in one day. Guys, when I say that I was so emotional, like, so let me try to tell this story as quickly as possible because I can see this taking forever. I woke up one morning, I forgot when it was, maybe it was like, oh, it was Saturday. It was Saturday morning. Woke up, all was good. Around like 8 a.m. I would say. I was really hungry. But I was waiting for Dan for breakfast and I didn't want to eat without him. And he was sleeping in, and I was like, you know what, I'll just let him sleep in. He hasn't gotten to sleep in. We had a really busy night at work last night. I'll just hang out and wait for him. So I did that. 11 a.m. rolls around. I'm still really hungry. And I was like, okay, he slept for like way too long. I need to eat some food. So selfish, but I wanted to eat breakfast with him. So I woke him up and he was like, all right, what do you want to do for breakfast? And then he mentioned pancakes. And I was like, oh, I really want some blueberry pancakes right now. Like, that would be awesome. I guess that falls under cravings. Yeah, so blueberry pancakes. And I was so excited. But we knew this place that we go to is like so busy all the time. And it was a Saturday during like AM brunch time. We knew it would be even busier. So I was like, you know what? I think I can hold off for a little while longer because although I'm very hungry, I really want some blueberry pancakes, and they make them really well, really good. So we go there, 25-minute wait, and I was like, I got it. Like, I can do this. I'll be fine. No big deal. I got decaf iced coffee at another place while we were waiting. We're just hanging out. Like 45 minutes go by, and they still haven't seated us. And like, we work in a restaurant, so like we will never complain about anything, and we're just really just try to go with the flow in every situation. Given I'm pregnant and I'm like really hungry, still, I fully believe in just things happen all the time in restaurants, and like 90% of people are doing their absolute best that they can, but like sometimes people just don't want to get up. Like, you think you can estimate when they're gonna get up, and then they'll sit there for like an hour drinking water, and you can't tell them to leave. So like, I get it, completely get it. So I'm just sitting there in the car, because like they make you wait in your car, which is cool, whatever, we don't care. And so we're just sitting there in the car, just like hanging out. And they asked if we want to sit at the bar, and we were like, no, like we're good. Like we'll wait for a table. Because I know those chairs and they're not comfortable, and I'm usually too short for a bar. Like, so when I sit at a bar, like I have to like eat like this, and that like really sucks. So I never sit at a bar. And so they were like, okay, like your table will be ready really soon. Cool. So they called back maybe like 5 minutes later and said our table was ready. Fine. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. So I get in there. They already know that I'm pregnant. Like, I've been asking him for decaf coffee since I became pregnant. And so she came up to me like right away, and the owner and like everyone there is so down to earth, so nice, like mom and pop type of place, like not corporate in any way in the slightest bit, just like really awesome little lunch, like breakfast brunch spot. So they come right up to me and they took my order right away, and I was like so excited and relieved that I was just finally gonna get to eat, and it was gonna be so satisfying. And she goes to me, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, we're actually out of blueberries. Okay. Woo. So I just sat there, tried to look at the menu, and ordered as quickly as possible. Like, they're being so nice, and they were taking our order so quickly that like I almost felt like I was in a rush. In hindsight, I should have just gotten plain pancakes, because I love just plain buttermilk pancakes. But I didn't. I got ones that I've gotten before. They're like pumpkin, pecan, banana pancakes. Not what I wanted. So disgusted by the thought of eating those like at that point. It was just so miserable. I had also ordered an oatmeal. And oh my gosh, I was just like so bummed. So she left, and I'm thinking about it, and Dan and I were talking about it, and like we start talking about other things, and all of a sudden I just go like this, and I'm just sitting there with my hands over my face, because I know he doesn't know, my poor husband, that I'm about to burst out crying. Like crying. I was trying so hard to think of happy thoughts because I'm like, this is gonna be so humiliating. This is gonna be so humiliating. But I was just so hungry and drained and emotional and just sad, and like, so I started crying in the restaurant. Everyone's looking at me. I'm not like making noise, but like it's obvious. So like you see a pregnant woman, she's just sitting there and she's just like, there's just tears rolling down my face. And Dan's like, oh my gosh, like, do you want me to make, like, we can cancel the order, like, I'll go get blueberries and we can make blueberry pancakes at home. And I'm like, no, it's okay. I'm just a little hungry right now. Like, just so dramatic, like, just drama. I was just hungry. That's what it was. Like, I wasn't upset that there wasn't any blueberries. Like, I was upset about it, but that wasn't making me cry. It was just like defeat. Like, I had been trying to be so patient and like considerate of like Dan and like letting him sleep in, and I was like, I got this, I'm strong, like, you know, I'll be fine. And I could have easily made myself something to eat. I could have easily made myself something to eat. I could have, you know, we could have not waited. We could have gone somewhere else for food. We could have sit at the bar. You know, these are all decisions that like we made and I made. So, and like my poor server comes over to me like distraught because she sees me so upset and she feels so bad. And like, because I'm not being mean about it or anything, I'm just kind of like being like genuinely sad, like upset, and they're like apologizing, and I'm like, please don't apologize. Like I am pregnant. I have so many emotions like going through my body right now. I'm just so hormonal that like, it is not your fault in the slightest. It is totally me. Like, do not feel bad. Like, trust me, like, all is good. And like the poor owner's like, you should have let us know, we would have brought some food out to the car for you. And I'm like, no, it's not you, it's like you did everything that you were supposed to do. Like, you were very kind. Like, I'm just dramatic and being emotional, and like these hormones are crazy. It was just the funniest thing ever, like, and like we still have been laughing about it. Like, oh my gosh, but you should have seen me. I was just in there crying about pancakes, like just crying. And I couldn't stop either. I just like kept going. I'm like eating my oatmeal that they had like completely rushed for me. Like, I got it within like 45 seconds. Like, and I'm just sitting there like, like eating my pancake, eating my oatmeal. Oh my god, it's funny. Yeah. So yeah, symptoms. That's a huge new symptom for me. Like I get a little like extra teary-eyed over like silly commercials, but like if you remember in the beginning of the pregnancy, I was like always super crazy happy, like psychotically happy, and I haven't really been like that too much. I've just been kind of like a happy person. But this is new. This is a new symptom for me. Very emotional. Very, very emotional. So there's that. Those flutters that I was talking about, I can like now fully feel the baby / babies. And that's been pretty awesome. Cannot wait for Dan to be able to feel it. I feel so bad for him because every time I tell him that I'm feeling the baby, like I want to share that with him. But sometimes I feel like I'm like shoving it in his face because every single time, he's like, I want to feel that. Like, I want to be able to feel it. So yeah. So it's like, it's consistent now. I've been getting like sore easily, like my legs for some reason. I do work out still, and I do CrossFit. So like I am like working out. But I feel like my muscles aren't healing as quickly, and I've just been like very sore, especially around like my thigh area, like my hips and my thighs. Also another symptom is I have been getting a little nauseous, which is weird. Actually, right after I did my Tuesday video last week, my last what's the word, vlog. Oh my gosh, my pregnancy brain is like a real thing. The last time I did my vlog, right after that, after I finished editing, after I had just posted it, I did not feel good. I felt terrible, really nauseous, not good at all. But it did go away, and then like a few times after that I would start getting a little like nauseous feeling and like not really wanting to eat certain foods. So it was really weird. It was different for me because I've never really had morning sickness before. So it was like not fun at all. But I haven't really gotten it recently in like the past day or two, so that's good. On to cravings. My cravings have been so the same. Like, oh my gosh, like I literally, like, I'm still eating cantaloupe, just letting you know. Like, you can't see it. But yeah, it's just really weird. Like, I feel like when you're pregnant, your cravings are supposed to change, and mine have not. Mine have stayed the same the whole time. I don't know if anyone else is like that. Comment if you are, like if your symptoms have stayed like pretty much the same, because I still crave fresh mozzarella, hamburgers, mashed potatoes, sour candy every once in a while, very rarely, fruit, cantaloupe. It's weird. Same things every single time. I haven't really had any new symptoms, but I don't know, I'm not complaining. At least it's easy for me and easy for my husband. He knows exactly what it is I want to eat every day. We have been doing like taco night every once in a while. We make like healthy tacos. We have been doing fresh salmon and vegetables. Really like lean steak and vegetables. For breakfast, I was having bagels, but I stopped that. I feel like I was eating bagels because I was just so tired in the beginning. So in the morning, getting some like good carbohydrates, like, or may not necessarily good, but like carbs in the morning was really helping me. And then I think it just became a pattern, so a habit. So we stopped that, and I've been having, I'll have like toast instead, or like an English muffin and like egg whites instead. But I've really been trying to change my diet. I eat really healthy, like in comparison to the average person, but my body is just not used to how casual I've been eating, and I guess how frequently I've been eating. So it's taken a little bit of a toll weight-wise, but I still think that I'm in like a healthy weight range. But yeah, so I've been doing that. I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, and I've still just been craving the exact same food. So everything's been pretty much the same-ish, except for just like thinking now that we're having 2 babies instead of 1. We have bought a lot of stuff, probably too much stuff, because now nobody can get us gifts. No, I'm just kidding. And there's still a lot of stuff to get, but I don't know, we're very independent, and we like to chip away at things. So we'll like, instead of like trying to, having rent, we'll just, every single time we work, we'll put a certain amount of money away. It just like makes it so much easier that way. So we kind of been doing that pregnancy wise, where if we see something that's really on sale and we have the money for it, we'll buy it. It doesn't matter whether like, we think somebody would rather buy that for us, or, if do we necessarily need to get it right now. We'll get it knowing we're getting a really good deal. And that's probably how we managed to get all of the stuff that we have. Like, we have a car seat was given to us, but we have 2 car seats, a crib, a changing table, our stroller, which is a baby jogger, lots of clothing. But I've been going, okay, hi, deal alert. I've been going to Kohl's, which I do not really shop at because I feel like it's a scam, and half the time things are more expensive but then put on sale to be exactly the same price. And Amazon almost always has things cheaper. However, if you go into the baby section and you go into the clearance section, you really have to kind of look at the prices. I have now purchased 3 items on 2 different occasions that were under 50 cents. So I just got like the cutest little pair of like corduroy black pants that were 6 months. They were 49 cents, but then they were also on sale on top of that, so it came out to 34 cents for these little pair of pants. And like, I don't care who you are, like, it's a 34-cent pair of pants. Doesn't matter who's gonna be getting clothes. You know, they always say like don't buy clothes because everyone gets you clothes, like for the baby. They're 34 cents. If my baby never wears them, it's still not even an investment. Like you find 34 cents on the floor. like a pack of gum costs more than that. So Kohl's, like, go into their discount section, like their clearance section for babies, and I bet you your stores will have the exact same type of deals. Anyway, just a little tidbit. So let's do bump shots. I'm warning you, my bump has also grown. Again, I feel like I say this every single time, but it's true. All right, let's do this. Alrighty guys, so here we go. So here's my bump. Like, it's firm. Like, I'm 16 weeks. Like, I am not supposed to have a bump like this. Like, you can see it here. So yeah. And let me show you, like, so here's where the baby sits. I can feel the baby here. And that's always where I pick up the heartbeat. Is right here in the spot. And it's like very firm here. Okay. But then I also feel the baby, let's do this here, right here. It's like a smidge above my belly button, which is weird because I feel like my uterus is only supposed to be down here. But anyway, so yeah, so the baby, one baby I feel here, and then I also feel movement here as well. See? Strange, right? And I don't think that, like, it could be like an umbilical cord or like the placenta. But yeah. So that's my bump. And I have this really nice pregnancy shirt. That's really comfy. Alrighty. So yeah, so that's my 16-week video. Yay! Oh my god, I really hope that 17-week video rolls around and I get to tell you that we're having twins. I just feel like that would be so awesome. But if there's only one little dude in there, I'm totally cool with that too. And we'll probably be much more prepared. Yeah. Anyway, hope your pregnancies are going well if you're pregnant. I know a lot of ladies are around the same time as me. Oh, you know what I've been getting asked a lot? If we're gonna tell the name of the baby or we're gonna keep it a secret. I just feel like people are a lot less inclined to give their opinion of a name if there's a baby associated with that name. Not that we're picking really weird or like strange names. Actually, the names that we're picking are been around for who knows how long. And it's a name that everyone knows. It's just not always, it's just not picked as frequently as like other names. But not a weird name at all in any way. I just don't want to deal with people. Is that terrible? Like, I just don't want to hear people's opinions of the name, or like who they knew in high school who had that name, you know, or see people's reactions when I tell them the name. Like, I'm not looking for your opinion or your, what's the word I'm looking for? Your approval. I am not in any way, shape, or form looking for your approval, and people tend to think that their opinion matters or their approval matters, and it just doesn't to me. So I would much rather just avoid all of that and keep it a surprise that only my husband and I know, and that's that. Yeah. And it's funny because I'm not actually talking about like you guys. Like, anyone who comments on like my vlogs or like talks to me on Instagram you guys are amazing and so awesome and cool, and I love you all. And I think that you guys are so awesome because you kind of get what I'm going through, whether you're pregnant or trying to be pregnant, or just a woman, or just deal with people in general. So I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about like other people in my like day-to-day life that I just am like, cool. Like, you think this name's better than the name that I've chosen. That's great. Thank you for your input. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that your weather is a lot better than ours is today, because ours is junk. And I'll see you next week. Bye. Buy it. So it's just kind of a nice break where like my body doesn't react to those things. You know, like my mind and like my emotions don't react. I just don't care. Like, I'm just happy. And I really, really, truly, from the bottom of my heart,